struggling with how to deal with our time and how to manage it because we never seem to have enough for everything that we want to do. Right. And I think one of the real challenges is that we don't realize just how finite it is. You can get more of anything in this life that you want, except time. You can earn more money, you can gain more relationships, you can buy more stuff, but regardless of how much power or money or fame you have in your lifetime, you cannot have a single minute more than every other person has, which is exactly 24 hours in a day. And so when you think about just how finite our time is, you start to realize how incredibly valuable it is. It's the only thing we can't get more of, so it's that much more important that we really make sure we're putting it in the best places, the right places, and using it in a way that's going to be the most effective for what the results we want to get. There's a great quote by Warren Buffett where he says, the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. It really comes down to our ability to say no, because when we can't say no to things that, demands and opportunities and guilt trips and things people try to suck us into, then we live our lives for other people, and we don't end up intentionally creating it on purpose, creating a schedule on purpose proactively to get to our results. We're achieving everyone else's results. And so I think it comes down to the ability to say no and whether or not we're going to use that time in the way that we want to reach our goals. We have a tendency to believe that, somehow we can please everyone. You're always going to have to make choices. And so leadership is really about making the right choices. And when you realize that you're going to disappoint people, but the key is just disappointing the right people. You need to decide in leadership, do you want to be popular or do you want to be effective? Because you can't be both. And you could be popular and try to make everyone happy and say yes to everyone and try to be everyone's friend, but you're not going to be effective. And if you're going to be effective, sometimes that involves saying no and doing the right thing that's for the greater good of the business and the goals and the proper and yourself personally. But that leads to a more effective leader, possibly less popular at times, which is hard, but in the long run, everyone will benefit when you're more effective. You can't be creative when you're exhausted. There's no room for new possibilities, for so many wonderful things in life, innovation, all of those things occur in space. And so if we never allow there to be any breathing room or space, then we're missing out on all those awesome things in life that also enrich our business and ourselves personally. People get caught up in this idea of, okay, so does this mean I'm supposed to work 50% of the time and be at home 50% of the time? And no, that's not realistic. That's not the world that we live in. That's not how we function. And so I tell people it's really not about a 50-50 split. It's about being 100% present. When you're at work, work hard, be there, be focused. But when you're at home, put the phone down, close the computer, and be present for the people and the moments and the memories that are happening right in front of you. Life balance is not about giving everything an equal amount of time. It's about giving the right things at the right time. And so there's going to be seasons where you want more. So it's going to have an ebb and a flow, but people get caught up in this prescription of it has to have this equation that equals balance. No, it's really not that. It's really just carving out time for the right things for you and giving them attention at the right time in your life when that makes sense.
If you enjoy this podcast, please make sure to subscribe. And to stay updated on everything that the Action Catalyst is up to, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Action Catalyst Podcast and on Twitter at Catalyst_Action. And thanks for listening.